Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Table Talk. I'm your host, Jake Combs, and tonight we're going to do things a little bit different than usual. As you can see, I've got a completely different background. This time I've plopped my butt right down on the couch after pulling a muscle in my back, and so I decided to kind of change the original plan. Originally, we were going to be doing some Skaven unboxing, but mostly because my back is hurting a lot, I don't want to get up and get the boxes to open them. So I just want to discuss all the reveals that we've had over the last week from Games Workshop, specifically Warhammer week. We basically started off with some new Sisters of Battle releases. We had a bunch of Age of Sigmar announcements. Specifically, we have the new Soulblight Gravelords, which is essentially the Age of Sigmar version of vampire counts. We also have Cragnose, which is a destruction god. The question is, I don't know if that's going to be, kind of figuratively or literally, because when you think about it, Gotrek is more or less a god on the battlefield, but not truly a god. I don't know. I haven't read the most recent books, and some of the rumors I've read about them hinted that he actually took over as in Grimnir's spot, essentially as the god of the Slayers and other dwarves. So he may be a god now, but until I read that, I'm not sure that I count that. But with him being more or less a god on the battlefield, he is still mortal after all. His whole goal is to die in glorious battle, and so I'm wondering if Cragnose is less of a god and more like Gotrek. Or, for that matter, you could even say Nagash. Because Nagash, is more or less the god of the dead, or at least undead anyway. And so all versions of undead more or less answer to him. But at the same time, he's ascended, very much like Sigmar did. So need to read more about Cragnose and figure out exactly what he's really all about. The model looks fantastic, but also the Soulblight Gravelords, definitely looking forward to those. Some really cool sculpts, a lot better than the vampire counts of the past, in my opinion. I know some people aren't fond of the kind of the hybridization of some of the new vampires, but honestly, I think they look really badass. Great as a display piece, great as kind of the centerpiece of your army as well. A lot of customization options in there as well that you can do, and that's without doing much kit bashing too. So a lot of options. And then we also had on the Black Library Day, huge reveals with several new Sabbat Crusade books. Two of them not even written by Dan Abnett. And then on top of that, we get a new release of Gaunt's Ghost models, which is awesome. I literally just finally painted the original releases a couple months ago. So, who knows how long it's going to take me to paint these guys. But you can bet we're definitely going to do everything we can to get a hold of some of them and get them built, get them painted up, and play some battles with some guards, or the Munitorum now. Kind of really difficult to no longer think of them as the Imperial Guard, but I know that there's others like me out there that has been playing long enough that remembers them as the Guard. But even in the books, they're still referred to that as that most of the time. And then we also had the box game day, which again, more huge reveals. We have the book for the Delok gang. We also had some new Delok specialists and new Aeronautica Imperialis, which is huge. I mean, we basically have had the two same in the first two box sets that we've been slowly getting through, painting the rest of the things for. Only 4 armies so far, and this is going to add both Space Marines and Eldar to the mix. So definitely some cool stuff there. I don't know how I feel about the gun or the ship choices for Space Marines, but I also don't know of a lot of Space Marine aircraft either. Because I've always been more of a ground player, so the ships are mostly lost on me, at least for the main Warhammer games. And I was a little disappointed that this next box set is another Imperium-based army in it. Because the first two we had the Astra Militarum and we had the Imperial Navy. Now with this one going against Eldar, I honestly wanted it to be Chaos versus Eldar, just because of the fact that Chaos and Eldar have had such a long-standing rivalry. I think that would have been a much better starter. The map looks awesome. I mean, it kind of looks like this kind of lava battlefield. Looks really cool. Interested to see what the ground objectives set might look like. I'm hoping that they do another plastic release like they did with the Orcs and the Imperial Navy. Not certain though, because the last one they did was all done through Forge World, so it was resin, and also had a higher price point. So I'm not sure which way they're going to go with the add-ons for that, but definitely looking forward to the ships. The Eldar ones just look fantastic, but I mean that's always kind of been Eldar styles. Had some really sleek, awesome looking ships that are also deadly. And we also had a new warband for Underworlds, specifically an Ideneth Deepkin army, or warband rather. What surprised me though is we did not see anything new for Warcry. Like the fact that we didn't see anything for Kill Team, that I kind of understand, because Kill Team, it doesn't need its own new model releases, because it's pulling in 40k models already and can pretty much use almost any 40k model, and so you don't need a new release regularly for that. So that didn't surprise me. But with Warcry, regularly getting releases, I honestly expected that we were going to at least have some new starters for some of the existing warbands. So it was kind of surprised that we didn't have that, but really looking forward to seeing what comes out next for that. And then the big reveal at the end that they actually had earlier today, technically yesterday, depending on how you want to look at it, Age of Sigmar 3.0. And that is huge. There's been a lot of rumors I've been seeing in some of the community chats where they've been talking about a possible 3.0 coming. And we've also got a teaser that hints at a new army coming as well. And I'm hoping that's something that we haven't seen before, or at least something that was really small that we hadn't really seen. I know evil based on the teaser video that they gave, but I am hoping that we're also going to see like a new iteration of Wood Elves eventually. Just because of the fact that with Beastgrave, that started with a kind of Wood Elf, Kurnoth Hunter kind of hybrid army or warband for it. So definitely interested to see where that goes. I'm not gonna hold my breath on it, but it would be really cool to see. But if you haven't seen already, definitely recommend going to the Warhammer community page and checking out the reveals that they've had there. Just so much good stuff that we can't wait to actually check out. And I mean, a lot of new books coming. A lot of miniatures and game systems that we definitely want to test out and play around with. Oh, and I also forgot, with Necromunda, they also gave more information about Hive War, which I believe is officially on pre-order as of today, if I remember correctly. I was told that we would be receiving a review copy, but it has yet to arrive. Whether we actually are receiving one or not, don't know without any certainty until we get like a shipping invoice, but definitely worth checking out. I've always been a big fan of Escher and Deloc, and so those are the two that we're getting in that box set. And also at the same time, they're going to be releasing some new upgrade kits for Escher and Goliath. And I expect over the next couple months, maybe a few months, that we're going to see the same thing for the other main factions as well. So a lot of cool stuff coming down just in the next couple months. A lot of teases of things to come as well for Age of Sigmar. Really looking forward to that new edition, and hoping to see that new starter coming with the new army. So that would be a great way to get started on that new faction and giving them a good solid try. But that's it for tonight. Nice and short and sweet. I mean, if you can see, we got my favorite kitty right here. She likes to hang out close. She's actually usually just next to the camera sleeping when we're filming most of the time, so most people don't get to see her, but she was always staying close, and it's good to have her around. But again, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all should be next week, where we should have something to unbox. At the very least, we'll have some Skaven if we don't have anything else. Should hopefully have some new Necromunda goodness to go over, if not more than that. But time's only going to tell. Catch you guys later. Good night.